8 hours. We got 8 hours of hangout time here, folks. And hey, we're Bryan and Bryan. Welcome. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. We're having a great week. Hope you are too. We have some really exciting news and some really cool things that we've been working on this since the first show. So this is a culmination of a lot of work coming together over the last couple of months here, and we're really excited. Coaching, people see coaching in a lot of different ways, but uh, coaching really comes down to a lot more than teaching skills and drills and making people do things or running plays or designing workouts or teaching coaches how to do workouts. Coaching, when you become an expert coach, it really comes down to knowing, learning, understanding, and being able to utilize tools that will help you play the mental game. And today, Bryan, we got some great stuff for these guys. I'm going to turn it over to you a little bit and let you rock and roll. But guys, the link is in the body of the video. Go check it out. It's awesome. You got to get the assessment done. Follow our link. It's primed and ready for you. We've been working on this a while. And Bryan, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, guys. So what this is they go on and they take what's called the TAP. Okay, it's a 25-minute mental assessment. It asks you all sorts of questions. There's like a reflex mental test in there, and at the end, you get an athlete type. It's kind of like a psychological test, and then they go in and they have an athlete profile that they can do. Talks about everything. So this is mine. I am an engineer. Um, I am the independent athlete. And then it goes over what prominent pro athletes that have taken this test that I most closely align with.
Aaron Rodgers. All right, good job,
It's a
man.
good start, right?
Yeah, not a bad league to be playing in.
Yeah. So it's got strengths and weaknesses. Talks about we'll dig in and become stubborn when values are compromised. That's me right there. Weaknesses, maybe too blunt or difficult socially, may not push themselves hard. So we got Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham, Tim Lindsay. I can't say that last name. I'm terrible. So then it has a bunch of tips, situational tips, motivation, setback practice, mistakes, how to praise me correctly, or well, most intelligently at least. And then it has strongest traits, learning aptitude, weakest traits, my confidence, apparently. Coachability, mental game, all these stuff you can go in. And there's even more reports, guys. It has reports for your coaches, an athlete profile for the coach. So you can go through and share this with your coach. Mindset indicators, does all of this. It's a fantastic system. Now, what they've done to kind of take it one step further. Oh, here, you guys all like this. Where I would be best positioned. So I would be positioned football as a tight end or a quarterback. That just makes
quarterback. Look at that.
Look at that. That's not bad, right?
That's not bad.
So they've taken this one step further. And not only do you get the assessment with all the reports and stuff, now they've come up with the mental gym. So, as coaches, we all have trouble setting up mental workouts consistently and being effective. And going to a sports psychologist is just massively expensive and it takes a lot of time, right? So they've come up with this. They have skill workouts and they have 103 skill workouts currently, and they're currently working on developing more. But anyway, they're 4-step processes on each of these workouts. And I'm going to take you through one as soon as it loads up. So we'll go back to this workout. So they have a 4-week cycle. They have an introductory lesson, a first check-in, an advanced lesson, a second check-in. And each of these has a specific goal in mind. So the athlete can go and be doing these, and the coach will actually be able to go in and check up on what they're doing. Now, this is new to gymnastics. It's not something we've done in this sport yet, but I'm telling you, 5,000 US high schools and 2,200 colleges and university are using this, as well as 9 professional leagues, including the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL, NPF, and more. So here's a couple quotes from Bill Belichick. We all know him, New England Patriots, 5-time Super Bowl champion. I've been familiar with it for over 20 years. I'm telling you from experience, this gives you tremendous insight into players, yourself, and your program. That's pretty good, right? I think Bill Belichick knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he might know a few things. He might
Yeah.
know a few things about coaching.
Let's see if there's anything else. There's like a whole bunch of these guys from Ed Baker, head football coach. We tested our entire program from seniors to 7th grade. We found the athlete types report to be right on in describing the characteristics of the seniors we had coached and known for years. This gave us confidence that the details provided on the younger and up and coming players was accurate. Although we found the reports on the individual players to be very beneficial in working with them. What we found most valuable was learning about the overall personality and makeup of the entire team. I don't know of developing another tool that could have provided us as insights. Basically, guys, this is awesome because you're going to go and you're going to test yourself, you're going to test your athlete, and you're going to find out if the problems you're having are because of your gymnast is just being a butt essentially, or if it's just your guys' kind of personalities and athlete makeup type kind of clashing, and you'll find that really, really fast.
Bryan, that's a good point because when I was doing a lot of business coaching and helping entrepreneurs, they would take the Myers Briggs and these different personality profiles, and in sales, especially in sales, and a little bit in marketing, but especially the salesman. The salesman, it was really important for them to understand these qualities because when they were dealing with selling to companies, to individuals, it was important for them to understand the personality of themselves, and it was also important for them to pick up on the personalities of others so that they could understand what would make this person, what would trigger this person to take action and buy, or take action and say no. And it's real important as a coach to understand these same things on that same level, because once you get past the compulsory levels, you get to the optional levels, then the coach athlete parent relationship becomes a much tighter unit, and understanding how everyone ticks within that unit is very important. And if you can understand that, then you can make progress very quickly. And that's where teaching the skills and doing the drills and doing the training plans and all that is kind of a secondary to understanding this piece. Because if you can't get the athlete motivated and you can't get the parent on your side, then the athlete's probably not going to reach their potential. On vice versa, if the athlete can't communicate clearly with the coach and or the parent, then you're going to have a breakdown. So the 3-spoke trifecta wheel there, if one of them's out of kilter, it just doesn't work. And what we're seeing, and with all these teams that we mentioned, Bill Belichick's, all those high schools, the colleges, everything, they're finding that in order to make their teams more productive, they need to understand all the players on the team, but the players on the team need to understand the team and the coach. And that's where that unification comes in, where you can play the mental game because now you understand on a different level how to utilize the characteristics within that team to actually progress and move forward. It really is. This is a great system, and I'm really glad that we were able to solidify all this and bring it out to the gymnastics community, because I think this is going to be a great help for a lot of people.
Yeah, guys. So there's a couple things you got to know. First off, you have to be 13 in order to take it, because there are some laws in place that about information gathering that we have to abide by in this. The next thing I want to tell you is the more people that take this, the more information we're going to get on gymnasts in general. So right now it's kind of tilted towards football and baseball, but we're beginning to build this database of athletes in gymnastics or gymnasts. So be aware of that. And the last thing I want you guys to know is the mental gym. There's, I think, a yearly cost. I think you can pay either month or annually, and it's about $100. So you got to realize that $100 is less than like one trip to a sports psychologist, and you're going to be getting a lot of specific information that you can use as a parent, as a coach, as a team, and as an athlete. It's a lot of fun to take. You don't have to pay anything to take it and get a general report. You will have to pay a little bit to get the advanced report and pay to use the mental gym, but the cost is so much less than the benefits you're going to get here, guys.
Yeah, because it goes on for the whole year. You can go back and revisit these things over and over again and do the exercises and build on the mental side, just like you're
Yeah.
building in the gym when you're practicing the physical side. So this is, like I said, this is the unification of those pieces, and I think, well, I know it's going to be really fun that Bryan and Bryan brought this to the gymnastics community and is going to help build this out so that maybe instead of being related to football players in the future, maybe we'll have the gymnastics people related to other gymnasts, and that would be kind of a cool thing to see happen over time. We don't know what all happened. We don't know what Dr. Troutwine's going to come up with next, and the guys over at the Right Profile. But man, this is really good, and we're really hoping that you guys enjoy it and utilize it.
Well, one thing that I'm excited about is, everyone has one of these. They have one of these cell phone things. Is once they've taken the assessment and all this, and they get it started, I believe they can go in and do the whole mental training on their phone. So, we all have
Bingo.
times, if your athlete's on the way into the workout and you got that 15-minute drive in, hey, you need to be on your phone. You need to be doing your mental steps, your mental gym. And then before they even walk into the gym, they're already thinking about gymnastics. They're getting their brain on right. They're trying to make positive steps in their attitude and in their mental game.
So, guys, do us a favor, go to the channel, like and subscribe. Then, after you've done that, right after you've done that, go get the link and go take the assessment. Okay, follow our link, take the assessment. It will be a game changer in the most productive and positive way that you can find. So, Bryan, do you have anything else for Friday? I'm out.
Dude, do it.
Yeah,
It's
go get
yeah.
it, man.
The link's going out. This thing just got released. The link's going out to all my athletes that are 13 or older today. They're going to be on it. I've had my parents excited about this. They're excited about it because a couple of them go to a sports psychologist, and while they've seen gains, it's time consuming. It's expensive. So we're trying to see if this can be a good replacement for that.
Excellent. Guys, have a great weekend. Remember, like, subscribe, follow the link, take the assessment. Like, subscribe, follow the link, take the assessment. We will see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Later, guys.